It'll be 1 to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
Let's go, Mike Reagan. Go.
Everybody's pretty well conceding the championship to the three guys in front of you. Are you out of it, or are you just flying under the radar screen?
Everybody being you guys?
Us guys, us idiots.
The wicked media I've been hearing about the last few months. There's no question that the guys that are in the front right now have shown the most strength up to this point. There's also no question that that's not always going to be the same. You know, they don't give the check and the trophy until the last race. If they gave it prior to the chase, we would have just given it to Kyle Busch. A lot is going to happen. We're 30% into this thing. There's going to be, you know, I hear it in voices. You know, there's a tremendous amount of confidence. I could hear it in Greg's voice. You know, he has a tremendous amount of confidence right now, and rightfully so. But you know, it only takes one mistake, one bad pit stop, one engine problem, one bad race where you don't run well, to completely change the rules. And you know, it is what it is. And there's not a team in the chase, nor is there a team in the field that is immune to having bad races. And I can assure you. And by the way, there's not a team in the chase that isn't capable of winning the championship. I know that after the first week, you know, a lot of people stood up and declared Matt Kenseth ineligible. You know, he's out of it. He can't win. I got news for you. He can. And you know, so I wouldn't be writing the checks just yet.
Let's go, Reagan, and then we'll see what we have. Go ahead.
Jeff, in relation to Carl's move in Kansas, can you think back in your career when you made a similar move and describe your thought process before you made it?
I haven't made a move, you know, knowing I was going to drive in the corner and hit the wall. I've made a move knowing I was going to drive in the corner, and I stood a good chance of not coming out the other end. But the move that Carl made was pretty clear that there's no way he could hold the bottom of the racetrack nor the top without hitting something. I mean, I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great move because he put himself in position momentarily to be leading the race. Even though it was momentarily, he did it in a way that did not impede Jimmy's chance of winning the race. He didn't put Jimmy in a position of wrecking or anything else. He put himself in a position. He hung it out there and tried to make something happen, and I think he did the right thing. Kyle Busch and I had a race like that at Vegas in the nationwide cars a couple years ago, and you know, I made a conscious decision that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to win this race within the limits of having respect for Kyle, and you know, it worked for me that day. So, you know, Carl made a move that you know, wasn't going to win him the race, but at the same time, momentarily he put himself in position to win the race as opposed to just riding behind Jimmy, and he didn't put Jimmy in a position of wrecking or anything else. So, you know, there's nothing wrong with it.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Jerry Bunkowski, Yahoo Sports. What does a race like this mean to the guys who are not in the chase? I mean, this is the biggest, you know, supposedly the fastest track. You know, you guys are going for the chase for the championship. I mean, you've been on both sides of the fence. What does a race mean when you're not in the chase? Like,
well, I think it's important to understand that the guys that aren't in the chase, they have as much right to this racetrack as the guy that is in the chase. And I believe that in many ways it makes it harder for those guys because they don't want to be the story of why somebody didn't win the championship. They don't want to be in that story. At the same token, you know, they have as much right to go for the win and go for top fives and top tens as the guys in the chase. So this is one of those places that's clear that you could come here and win the race and have not had a chance to win a race all year long, or not have been able to win a race all year long, or, you know, not had a top five all year long, because there's so many things that happen here. So a lot of people look at this, a lot of drivers look at this as their opportunity to make some great things happen. And that's why I think you see a lot of the driving that you see here is because people are in position to do something that they couldn't have done last week because their equipment won't let them do it, but their equipment will let them do it here. And people get a little more, it's a little more sense of urgency because when they leave this race, it's harder to make stuff happen. Well, I don't think it's an equalizer because if you go back and look at track records, there's certain people that win a lot at these racetracks. So it's not like it's not like, I don't think Jeff Gordon's gotten lucky every time he's won here. I think he's won those races. And, it's not like we just throw a bunch of ping pong balls up in the air and whichever one lands first wins. People have to drive the cars and the teams have to work on the cars and, the best rises to the top. But it's clear that you can take a car that really should run 20th and finish third with it here. It's really hard to do that at Texas or somewhere.
Bruce? None? Anybody else for Jeff? Okay, Jeff, thank you so much, and good luck this weekend. Appreciate it. Thank you, pal. Thanks. That is great. You might have a football team. Unbelievable. Go do it. Hey, Jimmy.